Thank you for the invitation. First time ko to attend, ma'am. So this year, as we prepare for the new generation of Filipinos to handle and stand guard in protecting our hard-won freedoms, no, as enshrined with the 1987 Constitution, we have to focus on the new challenges. So thank you, Lente and IBP, for outlining what's happening on the ground. But we want to also focus on a global scale. We are beset by questions on fake news. So we have to create a space on the development of critical thinking, especially among the youth sector, because we have to have a forum where people can safely discuss different topics and the data that is being presented are verified and contextualized to combat fake news and creation of blind followers. Number two, we have to be able to flag the effects of the exploitative AI, especially now that there are apps like Remini that can actually edit the videos and take on the images of our public officials. So they can be subject of being misquoted or further used for disinformation. Having said this, we want to have a centralized group that could verify the veracity of the votes being casted. So aside from veracity of the information, also during the time of elections, it may not be a focus now because SK is still manual, but in the national elections, it's already IT-driven. So we need more IT professionals in our fold because we cannot act on the technical items, no? And we hope that they will be able to lend their expertise, or the civil society groups would have more drive to include the IT professionals. So similar to how NAMFRE, Lente, and other civil society groups have mobilized this team to monitor the ballots on the ground, I hope we can have these IT professionals as a standby. We also have to safeguard against foreign countries deploying threat actors to our local and national elections. We have seen reports, for example, this is happening to the US, and we have also experienced the effects of Cambridge Analytica. So as civil society, it presents a question, how are we safeguarding ourselves against this? In line with this, we are also focused on the realization that the digitalization of money, currency also is used in other countries as authoritarian forces to deploy funds for bribery and corruption that threatens our election process. So we want to be able to talk with the financial technology companies so that funding for illegal transactions or for vote buying may be monitored. If they can be tapped and made part of these endeavors, the better. After all, these companies with good governance structure and ideals have been proven over time to be more profitable than the less reputable ones. Fifth point, we have to be mindful of the new regulations, especially for cascading it to our partners. Yung new regulations like the Supreme Court Amendment on the Rules of Procedure for the Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataang election contest. So I hope that we could have a common chat like Telegram, Viber, so that the new updates can easily be digested. I mean, we can keep on the traditional publication on our websites, but we also have to be tech savvy considering we want to get new volunteers. I know that many people have devoted their lives following martial law and stuff, but we have to also encourage and bring new blood to the fold. So thank you, Father Antonio, that it's very reassuring to hear that Caritas is taking the lead. So similar to Christian groups that they have servant leadership programs, although not yet directed to politics, it also brings to mind that maybe we should also expand the reach not just on Catholic groups but also with the other religious organizations. So as early as now, we want to encourage the younger generation to be more wary and watchful, so that the collective national memory is at risk of being erased given amendments on the upcoming curriculum being pushed at the DepEd level. We have to be able to pick a fire in their souls and let them appreciate the freedom that we appreciate today is vulnerable and needs to be protected. Yan lang po.